You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show.
Oh, we have the slow intro.
Oh. Building it up.
Stay on your phone for a few more seconds, Kathy.
We can't rush it.
Please.
Happy birthday!
Welcome to the Monday Night Raw After Show, coming straight from Los Angeles, California, after Raw in Rip City, Portland, Oregon, on Hulk Hogan's 61st birthday. Was it actually tonight, Dale?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, happy birthday, Hulk Hogan. What a great celebration it was, which we will get to. But we're in a different studio tonight. The big studio, or as I call our studio, was not ready in time. So we're in the little tiny one.
It's not tiny, it's intimate.
It's very intimate.
It's very intimate.
Yeah, so now
You smell
Kathy
great,
has
Kathy.
a...
You smell great.
I have cologne on too, dude.
Not you, Johnny.
I just have a natural scent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your pheromones. Whoa. Back to you, Johnny.
Things are
we
getting
good?
spicy tonight.
Proceed.
Yeah, now she's even closer to me. So it's even that, like...
You guys are pretty tight over there.
The slap trajectory is, like, hopefully a little bit less of an arc.
I can
so it
wind
won't
up.
hurt us.
If you
You
duck
can
your
backhand
head, then I
down.
can.
Yeah.
You
What
can
are you
even-
going to do? Give me a Y-I-R-R? Like,
You can even just raise up the backhand right there.
put up your dukes.
Do that Batman move?
Yep, exactly.
Pow!
Absolutely.
If we had that kind of special effect, I would be willing to get punched every week. Bam, bam.
Noted. Noted.
Yeah.
I'll be making a
Make it
donation.
happen.
Yep.
All right, guys. Let's try to have some fun here. Let's introduce everybody. Find me on Twitter at JQuasto. Next to me, not only is she always on the show, she's beautiful, she's talented, she's a lovely host, and she just had her own personal shopper yesterday and got her own outfit. Find her on Twitter at Cathy Kelley.
I've never had my own outfit
Yeah.
before, but it's so nice.
Big day.
She got her some clothes.
Big day.
What?
What are these boys?
Cathy Kelley.
Hey.
You're the one who told me you had a personal shopper, Miss Fancy
I didn't
Pants.
tell you. You asked me.
Okay, Iggy Azalea. I know you fancy. I get it.
You were asking a lot of questions about it. I was
How much
suspicious.
did that cost?
What would you say total for the whole outfit?
I don't
Get
know
me one of those.
what chicks pay for
Crop
things.
tops.
I don't know. I don't buy anything for girls. What am I supposed to do?
Continue not buying things for
Yeah,
girls.
maybe at some point down the road,
Yeah.
down the road.
I think we
So-
can just go. I'm not sure.
The other two people we have in studio right now. He is my tag team partner on the Wrestling and Padres Slamcast on Nerdist. Find him on Twitter at TheWalkingDale. And he's not wearing a vest tonight because I think he has a story about it. He's Dale Rutledge.
It's not that good of a story. I had to walk the dog and
You left
I
it at home.
forgot my vest.
I had a
That
vest in
is
my
a hell of a
car.
story,
Did
though.
you really?
Yeah.
Is it a personal shopper vest?
No, it's actually a bomber jacket that you rip off the arms and it goes in
Oh,
the vest.
I would have worn that.
You have to
I know.
rip them off, though. It's weird.
You have to rip them
I
off.
like clothing with action.
Yeah.
Like tearaway pants?
Tearaway pants.
If you're wearing
They're
a
like-
bomber jacket and you take off the sleeves, you automatically are like an
Yeah.
action hero.
It's like the tearaway pants of the upper half of the body.
So into
Pretty
that.
cool.
Those are my favorite.
Birthday present.
Rip away warm-ups.
Tell your personal shopper.
There you go. To the left of Dale Rutledge, he's a very good friend of mine. Just made his return to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood after a year absence. And he's also a wrestling trainer. Find him on Twitter at XJerickMatthewsX.
There you go.
You got to get a less confusing Twitter, my friend.
know, it's happening soon.
He's Ty Matthews.
Woo!
What's up, brother?
Ty Matthews, nay, Jarek Matthews. I'll get that Twitter situation handled.
Good to
shortly.
finally have you back.
Absolutely, good to be back. We've been trying to make it happen for a while.
Is the next one going to be like XO Ty Matthews XO
XOXOXO
There you
KIT.
go.
Remember
There
algebra.
you
No.
I'm Ty
I do not.
Matthews, shortening it up a little bit, the sake of brevity
Now, in case
And characters on Twitter.
as well.
I wanted to, if I could tell my
Catherine
favorite
Kelley.
my favorite Ty
wanna think
Matthews
about it.
story.
Love this story
Real
so-
quick, we have to tell
so
this story.
much.
So, if you don't watch Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, it's on TV, and
should.
Him and I have been buddies on the show for a while. So, when you're doing promos, a lot of times there's not a lot of room in front of the camera for everybody. Well, there was an 8-man tag, I think, that was going to happen, right? And there were 3 guys. Was it something like that?
It was a 6-man tag. It was the what we informally called the Survive Hair Series match.
Right.
Because it was Peter Avalon and Ryan Taylor in the middle of a very, very intense hair versus hair match feud. And I was a suitable replacement. It was supposed to be a man named Aaron Bolo. Very good wrestler, very good guy. I was a suitable replacement. Apparently not suitable enough to warrant any words in the promo.
No.
Or, as you'll...
So here's the thing. When you're cutting promos before a wrestling show, you don't have a lot of time. You're lucky if you get 1 or 2 takes, and the camera only allots so much space. And so Ryan Taylor's cutting the promo. He's like, we found a replacement.
And this is Ryan Taylor at the height of, like, his monster mode.
He was
like,
a big
just
dude.
jacked.
Yeah. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, Jericho Matthews. And then if you watch it on television, you never see him come in. Because you come in on the side and the camera never picks you up.
You see me if you were watching on an HD TV. Yeah. I'm exclusive to the HD audience. But if you're watching it on a regular monitor, there was no surprise part.
I'm watching back the promo and I saw your left wrist.
Yep.
And that was it.
Yeah, that's all you need. That's all you need.
That's all you need
my left
from
wrist.
now Ty Matthews.
I know. And I didn't even get to say a word in that promo.
Nope, you smiled and that was it.
I don't think I smiled.
You
I was
didn't even
very
get
intense.
Yeah.
I was very serious.
I didn't see your face. Couldn't see anything.
Exactly.
All right, let's get to Raw. Monday Night Raw starts off. It's Hulk Hogan's birthday, as you well know. But we start off Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, a new Brock Lesnar t-shirt. Now adding John Cena.
It's got like a John Cena bumper sticker over top.
And I like how it's red and yellow, just like John Cena's new gear.
Yep.
A lot of merch.
A lot
of merch tonight.
I mean, I think they know they're going to be selling a lot come
They're
SummerSlam.
coordinating all the merchandise.
Yeah. I don't mind. It's smart. You're going to make it anyways. Make it make sense.
Are you? I find it interesting that Cena's new shirt is legit red and yellow Hogan style.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that was specifically for today or that's something that he's going to...
I don't know. I think I saw it last week, or maybe I saw it on the website.
Okay.
But yeah, they're selling it.
Yeah.
Either way. But he changes what, every quarter, maybe?
Every few months,
Yeah, so
I imagine Hulk's cool with it.
I think he's fine.
I think he's okay with
He's
it.
like, give me 1% and I'm okay.
That's right. So, Paul Heyman says Brock Lesnar wants to address the fans of John Cena. I mean, this was another classic Paul Heyman promo. I can't even get into the whole thing, but the gist of it was bad things happen to good people when you step in the ring with Brock Lesnar. Talks about the recent history and the past history of Lesnar, and if Hulk Hogan came back for revenge, there'd be no birthday celebration tonight. Hint, hint. So we had a feeling that something was going to happen at the end
A lot of
because he said,
foreshadowing going on.
right, and he said, we're about to go get dinner.
I love the analogy of the house. Like, this is
Yeah.
our house. We'll be back. Keep
Go to
everything
Jimmy
nice
John's.
and orderly while we're gone.
Don't party
Don't
too
have any
hard.
parties. We'll be back.
I've never heard someone say they're going to go to dinner and come back.
We're checking all the levels of the alcohol bottles.
Raw is 9 hours. You can get 3 square meals in during a Monday Night Raw episode.
Yep. I did like he said he was going to give him a beatdown of Shakespearean proportions or
And
magnitude.
we obviously would be remiss to gloss over the fact that Paul Heyman rapped.
Oh, yeah.
We have that in both of our notes right here.
Yes. I don't have the whole thing, but he said on August 17th, he will feast on your title. You say your time is now, but your calendar is out of date. I understand none of that rhymed, but that's what I was
He just
There's
take
a
our
lot
word
of-
for it. He said cool stuff. It rhymed.
A lot of rhyming tonight on Raw.
Yeah, we had a little poetry later.
Yeah. Not as good as your Gator jokes last week, though, Kathy.
Well,
I'm so
You
sad
can
I
top
missed
that.
those.
they were,
Yeah, you're
It's
really,
pretty quick. We
they
can
were
tell you
really
afterwards.
bad.
Please do.
You should have had a personal joke writer last week. What? No.
Wow.
Shots
It
fired.
wouldn't be you.
Oh!
Snap.
Who needs a joke writer now, Johnny?
Pow, 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 pow. So,
Yep.
anyways, classic Heyman.
And Lesnar just the whole time was just like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
what he said.
It's almost like you ever see two dudes that are supposed to fight, but their wives get in front of them and are just the ones talking back and forth, and the husband's behind them like, "Yeah, you heard her. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right."
You gotta say anything.
It's Lesnar.
It's so good. But it's Paul Heyman doing what he does every single time he gets on the mic and showing why stores across the country have been selling out of that new DVD of his.
I saw the first half hour, and it's riveting. Just looking at how he got his start. And the guy is like, he's not just a dude that learned how to talk. He's been doing it since he was a teenager in the wrestling business. I mean,
I feel like that's just something that you can't teach to get to that level. Like, you have to have been born with something.
Yeah, you can hone it, but
Yeah.
you got to have it to begin with.
Or it's just something that you have your entire life and keeps getting better.
He made that brick cell phone iconic too.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Zach Morris.
He said, you know what did it? He saw the movie Wall Street with Michael Douglas, and he had the big phone. He goes, that should be my trademark, so he got the big phone.
So many references. And then you were saying Johnny Dangerously was the impetus for
That's where he got Paul E. Dangerous.
so good. So good.
But yeah, I mean, you look at the greatest talkers of all time. You know, you got your Stone Colds, your Rocks, your CM Punks, your Paul Heymans. We could throw Hogan in there. Every one of those guys already had it. We can
Absolutely.
safe to say.
Absolutely.
And God, there's no one that can build up a match like Paul Heyman.
Oh, no. Doing what he does.
That's pretty much it.
Talking
I mean,
butts into the seats, man. That's
Yeah.
what a good promo is.
that's true. He said, "This ring is our home. We're going to dinner, but afterwards, Brock's coming back home."
Yeah.
So
It's kind of ironic because when the poster for SummerSlam leaked a couple months ago with Brock and Cena, I don't think that anyone was excited for it. And now that's all anyone can talk about.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Between this promo work and especially the video package that they aired last week,
Yep.
I mean, that was absolute money.
And to Cena's credit, I mean, we'll get to it, but the two of them have me both convinced. Like, I was like, well, Brock is obviously going to win it
Right.
when I had this in the beginning of the show. And then later I'm like, well, Cena's obviously going to
Exactly.
keep it. you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
So good props to both of them for getting me riled up.
this is a main event that we're all on board. Even the Cena haters, I think, have to be excited about this, right?
Right.
There was a Cena chant that didn't have "suck" every other word. It was
Yeah,
just Cena,
right.
Cena, 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 Cena.
By adults. Adults were in there.
Dale just got hit with was that a mosquito?
That was a bug.
Something just flew literally and nailed you in the cheek.
It was a kiss, Johnny.
Something's gonna fly literally later and nail you in the cheek, and it's my hand.
Oh.
You didn't have to tell us it was your hand.
It's that bug. He's coming back.
That was for the
Inferred-
people that are listening and not watching.
We
Come
inferred that
on.
much.
We have a lot
Alright.
of podcast listeners.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I think our listeners can hear innuendo, but, you know, I understand.
Whoa. Johnny's like got kind of real for a
I
second.
don't give a shit. I'll go heel. Go
You
home
just
raw.
said a bad word on our
How
podcast.
You know
Dare
what? We
you.
can do that. We're adults here, guys.
No, we're not, Johnny.
Getting too real.
And Dale's out. Dale storms
Having a
out.
tantrum.
He's going to dinner, but he'll be back home by the end of the show.
Cannot do that.
You're lucky I'm boxed in over here.
That'd be great if you hopped up
okay.
on the thing and just walked out. I'm leaving, and he just jumped up.
This thing would
Throw
shatter
you
with
over
my
our
luck.
announcer's table.
This whole studio
But let's
would come
remove
down.
the equipment first.
Yeah, I paid for this myself, so I'd like
fair.
to. Yeah.
All right, first match of the night. Roman Reigns hits the ring. Corporate Kane's back.
There he is.
I like to think corporate is spelled with a K in that.
Oh, absolutely.
In that iteration
Yeah.
of Kane.
No doubt. Full suit.
Yep.
Full suit.
Full suit. Back as the director of operations.
How we
and
like
he said exactly how we like
It
it.
didn't have enough time, I feel. I think they made the switch too early before. And,
And
It was
that's
so
why
soon,
I think
yeah.
they recognized that. Like, it wasn't working with him being Demon Kane
Right.
in the situation that they had. So they're like, well, let's go back to what works.
Right.
I think when you unleash the monster and then he just loses a bunch of matches.
Yeah, clearly Roman Reigns has proven by now that, like, all right, a demon is nothing to me. I can beat him quite handily.
You kind of need to retire him because.
Right.
That
Because that's
damn-
his whole point. That's his whole point of being around.
Yeah.
That damn corporate demon.
Taking part of my check, not giving me my 401k.
So Kane says, we decided to make sure you're ready for SummerSlam, blah, blah, blah. Ryback.
That'll get him.
I'll show you.
You know
I'll
what,
show
though?
you this team that
They-
lost to Goldust and Stardust about 17 times.
But Ty, they did, though. They were in control for most of the match.
They were, and everything was looking, I mean, like,
You were
Curtis
saying
Axel
his
bumps like
tonight,
a champion.
oh.
Like, so good.
That one bump
And
where
then
he turned all the way inside out.
The Mr. Perfect backflip, like, if they can just shoehorn that into every match, I'd be happy. But yeah, at one point he took a bump off the apron that looked super, super gnarly. But everything was looking really, really on point.
I mean, everyone knows Axel's a great wrestler.
Of course.
There's no question about that.
Of course, yeah.
I like Ryback as well.
Axel trained with The Rock for a reason, man.
Yep.
He is a good, good worker.
Ryback should be a formidable opponent. I mean, I know he's not in that point where he was.
Right.
Was that a year ago now or whatever?
Right,
But
right.
he looks like a beast, and I don't know.
Right.
I didn't get them as a tag team when they first were paired together, but I'm actually really liking them now.
Just a
and
couple of jerks.
I want them to have their time once Goldust and Stardust have their time.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes. Who we did not
absolutely.
see on the
I
show.
was,
I know.
except for the big group shot on the stage, but we'll
Yeah.
get to that.
Yeah.
Here's
But
the
I was
note.
excited to see Stardust nonetheless.
You have to paint your face and sit in makeup for an hour and a half just to be on stage
Be on
for 5 minutes.
about yeah.
Been there.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that. No, but for Ryback to have their time, though, one of them's going to have to speak, and they're going to have to let Ryback.
It would have to be Ryback, I guess.
Right, which he's
Probably.
funny when he speaks, but they're going to have to
Absolutely.
find something if they're going to say tag
Sometimes you
team.
don't have to speak, like the vaudevillains.
That is true. That is
can
true.
work
What are you
around
talking
it.
about? What's his name sings?
Not really
not
anymore.
anymore.
Well, come on, though. Everyone knows he can speak well.
He just says, they just say, put up your dukes.
Right, which I love that. I love old school stuff.
Gorgeous.
But, I mean, for Ryback, and you're right, I think if he maybe gets rid of the singlet, something different, he should be a legitimate singles guy again.
Mm-hmm. I would love to see main event era Ryback versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But something's going to have to change. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're in control for most of the match. Eventually, they just get DQ'd, just slamming Roman Reigns into the post.
Right. Right.
And
And
then,
then, when's the last time we saw someone DQ'd for using the ring post?
I found that very interesting as well.
I think, and it's funny, I was watching a recap video of, I believe it was the second SummerSlam, and I think someone got DQ'd for the very same reason.
Well, back then, there actually were rules.
Exactly. Exactly.
There were time limits, there were rules. Now it's like everything just whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But they got him in the ring. They
And-
started to beat on him a little bit more.
Axel with a gorgeous, gorgeous running dropkick after the bell. So pretty.
Yeah, absolutely. And then eventually, Roman Reigns gets the belt. We got Superman punches and spears for all to enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
just on everybody. So Renee Young gets in the ring.
The
basically
one
says,
true pairing of Renee Young and Roman Reigns. OTP.
OTP.
One true pairing.
What?
Come on.
What?
Come on, Johnny.
Dale, can you explain
What reference is that?
What OTP is?
Should I know what that
I
is?
can't, actually. I don't want to. I don't like talking to Johnny directly.
It's just, I don't blame you.
Is this some movie I don't know about?
No, it's not. It's
Is it from The
it's-
Notebook? I have no idea. Tell me.
When something has a large fan following,
Yeah.
people start like shipping pairs of characters and writing fan fiction, things like that.
Okay.
And so Roman Reigns and Renee Young is the one true pairing.
Who
What?
says?
Yes.
Who says?
No, her and Sami Zayn. Come on. Everyone knows they have
Have
something.
you ever heard Roman Reigns call her baby girl? I mean, that is
Uh-huh.
chemistry. That is chemistry right there.
So in other words, OTP. Is that what we're getting at?
Obviously. It's very. You got a very Ross and Rachel vibe going on.
Yeah. Very tumultuous.
I don't think Rachel ever
relationship,
struck Ross that often, though.
Maybe.
We don't know.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Cameras weren't always running.
I stopped watching once SmackDown started coming on Thursday nights.
though. Is SmackDown going back to Thursdays?
That's
Is
the
that a
word.
That's
thing?
the
I've heard-
rumor.
I've heard.
They put a thing up on a
On
bus,
a bus.
early,
You
but
would
they
not-
haven't.
And then they tried
Yeah.
to say, someone just jumped the gun. But that seems like an awful, elaborate process to go
Yeah.
for jumping
Why
the
did
gun.
you even have it made if
Right.
it wasn't? Yeah.
Yeah.
But Thursday could be trouble for them. I mean, there's a lot
Why?
of football. There's a lot of
Thursday Night Football
competitive
Yeah.
sporting.
Well, if they move to Thursday, it's going to be trouble for Impact.
Well,
Well,
who knows
Not
what's
for
going to
long.
even... you know.
Impact's got
I
trouble.
mean,
on
I
their
know
own.
they're riding high now.
The last
but-
thing they're worried about is WWE taking their viewers. Let's put it that way. But if they, I mean,
Or
the thing is, though,
Impact.
on Fridays, there's less people watching TV at home on a Friday night.
Right.
Granted, there's DVR.
I think that
But
they have a good niche though on Fridays because a lot of their market are kids
Yeah.
and parents with kids. They're staying in on Fridays and watching
That's
some
true.
sort of Friday night television.
Ultimately, I don't think it's up to them. I think it's up to the network.
Yeah.
So they just have to deal with it if it moves.
makes you wonder. They were plugging really hard on SmackDown how they've been #1 for 9 weeks in a row. Makes you wonder if that's their little thing to sci-fi. Like, hey, man, check it out. Could be.
People watch us.
I don't know. But Renee Young, back to the OTP.
Yes.
Says, are you ready? He's like, does it look like I'm ready? It's a little...
That emphasis is always put on the weirdest words.
Let's do this.
Yeah. This? He says, this Sunday at SummerSlam, I'm going to take everything from Randy Orton. What's a viper when you knock its fangs down its throat? It's a worthless little worm.
I'm sorry, a
Does it
worthless
look like
little
I'm ready?
worm.
Yeah. And then he says, like, believe that, like, almost like a... believe that! I don't even know how he said it.
Weirdest delivery.
I
But it
thought-
works.
He's He's doing it.
So the whole reason why he took the mic from Renee, I thought was a very, like, he wants to
He took it and then just left
emulate
the
the
poor girl
Rock.
just standing
Yeah.
there.
But I think that that's totally a Rock move.
Yeah, but like heel Rock. Like he would take the mic and say, "Hey, be gone with you."
Yeah.
This time, it's nice little sweet Renee Young, and he takes the mic and leaves her just standing there, nodding her head and
Well, you
agreeing
can do
with
that
what
to your
he's
girlfriend,
saying.
and then she'll forgive you.
I know.
When you're doing an in-ring, though, and Jericho, or Ty, you would know this, you're not really supposed to take the mic from the interviewer.
Oh man, if you ask Dave Marquez, he
Yeah.
would be livid.
Livid. And, I mean, that's what, maybe
Yeah.
he did it in the moment, maybe that wasn't the plan, but, you know.
Maybe he just felt, I don't know, I still feel like he's in a point where he's a little uncomfortable on the mic, so maybe just like, he took it because like that's his like comfort zone. Like,
Because if
now
he
I'm
didn't,
ready.
he wouldn't know what to do with his hands.
Yeah.
Because I know when someone takes the mic from me in the ring, I don't know what to do. I'm just standing there.
Exactly.
Like, don't
'cause
beat me up.
At that
Like,
point,
that's
what
it.
do you do? Yeah.
But either
Jazz
way,
hands. All jazz hands.
this was cool, Roman Reigns. I thought this was really well done.
It was good.
And it was fun.
I feel like Roman Reigns' whole gimmick at this point is just like, hey, this is a big, cool guy. Like,
he's a big,
everything
cool
he
guy.
does is
He's
like,
a big,
look at
cool
how
guy.
cool this guy is.
But he can beat.
It
But
works
it's
for
true.
him. It works for him.
That's why they do it, is because it's true.
And he looks like tonight. He didn't look overly concerned about Randy Orton.
No.
Are you overly concerned about Randy Orton for this match? Like, does anybody have their money on Orton?
Orton.
I don't know.
Orton.
I probably would not put dollars on it.
Yeah.
But maybe that's the point.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a good question. The question, I mean, we
Throwing
didn't
it out
even
there.
see Triple H tonight, so
Oh, that's right.
you know Triple H is going to have to be involved at some point in SummerSlam. The question is where.
Right.
It's not going to be Cena Lesnar.
No.
No. I feel like if anything, it's Rollins, Ambrose.
Or it could be Bella McMahon.
Or it could be Roman Reigns, Randy Orton. So,
Yeah.
if Brie gets out of jail.
If.
She's locked up.
You know what's funny? Daniel Bryan.
Get out of here. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, seriously, we can't even continue. That was so
You're not
good.
blocked in, so you actually can leave.
I
so.
can't leave.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I can't follow through on that.
Wow. Yeah. No, I lost my train of thought.
That's how good that was.
That's how good that was.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Damn it.
Drops the mic,
That's hard to do.
Drops the bumblebee
hard
head.
to do.
Walks away.
walks away. But can't. Because she's sitting in the middle.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry for your
So
luck.
Randy Orton's backstage with Kane right after this, and he says, I will end Roman Reigns this Sunday. That's when Kane says, one thing, Randy. The Authority wants to make sure you're ready for Sunday. Tonight, you're going up against Sheamus. It's what's best for business.
Sounds like you're doing the movie trailer voice.
That's pretty much, that's my Kane.
This Sunday.
I like it.
In a
Sunday,
world.
Sunday.
So
You have
tonight,
you have a match with that guy who has that title belt. that
Yeah.
I forgot he had.
Shamus. So that happened. Moving on, Rob Van Dam taking on Seth Rollins.
Versus Seth New Shirt Rollins.
Yeah,
Look at that.
new shirt alert.
So much merch. Swilling that merch all over the place.
I like this shirt though. I would buy
Absolutely.
that.
I love that.
You should get
Absolutely.
a personal shopper for the merch store. The WWE online merch store.
20% off tonight, right?
I'll do it for you.
As a commercial.
How much does your personal shopper
Dill will
get?
be the personal shopper for you.
Dale,
Give him your credit card and all your information.
Dale,
Okay.
you can get yourself a John Cena wristband.
One for me, two for you, two for you, two for me.
Or maybe that discounted Alberto Del Rio action
He would have a slap bracelet, I think.
Oh yeah.
Siento.
What's gonna happen there? I
Is
guess-
that real? They didn't talk about it, so it felt like a work for a very long time to me.
It did,
but they
except-
didn't mention it all tonight.
I heard the
It's
reason.
starting to seem real.
Yeah.
I heard the reason they were so brutal on Twitter about it is because apparently the altercation was with a social media person.
Yep, that'll do it. I
Yeah.
didn't even make that connection, but yep.
Like I heard
that'll
it
do
may have been the guy that even does the Twitter
Yeah.
that he
Right.
had the thing with.
He's like seeing all the tweets. He's like, you want to be mad?
Yeah.
Be mad at Del
Be
Rio
mad at
then.
the guy that slapped the hell out of me.
I
I mean, someone.
I mean, that guy, that nice guy.
backspace, backspace.
If the comment is true from what I've heard, that guy has a lot of balls to say that to Alberto Del Rio. I can't
Of
really
course.
blame him for slapping him at all.
Right. And from what I had heard, it was a straight up like Dr. D. David Schultz style slap.
Ow.
And that did not look pretty back in, 81 when that happened?
So it wasn't just like a little, like I challenge you to a duel.
It wasn't a
was like-
paintbrush. It was a you just lost hearing in that ear slap.
Oh,
That's
see,
what I've heard.
That's probably what got him canned. If
Right.
it was like a little like, doot, You know?
Right.
I mean, if ADR slapped him like this little weakling right here next to me, that would be maybe less
Acceptable,
of
yeah.
a fireable.
If it doesn't hurt that
offense.
much, then why won't you let me slap you more?
Huh?
Yeah, it's Mr. Big Pants.
So RVD, good to see him back in the ring, taking on Seth Rollins, Mr. Big Pants.
Although there was a one,
What the hell was
you know,
that?
like that song.
What am I wearing? Old Navy cargos? What are you talking
Mr.
about?
Big Pants.
Who do you think you are, Mr.
God.
Big Pants?
I know. And there was a part of me.
Wearing summer cargos.
So as much as I really, really wanted to see
So many
Seth Rollins
pockets.
versus RVD, part of me was really kind of hoping that Heath Slater would come in again.
Right.
Like it's just Heath Slater is going to be RVD's replacement.
The
from
replacement.
now on. Exactly.
Instead of Keanu Reeves, it's Heath Slater.
But I was very happy to see Rollins versus Van Dam for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was great, back and forth. What about
Van
when
Dam
he-
missing that spin kick off the
Oh.
apron, absolutely, just crashing directly into that barrier.
Oof.
The full force.
That looked painful.
I don't
Absolutely.
know how RVD. I mean, I know he stretches. He said he stretches like 3 hours a day.
right.
That's how he can do that kind of stuff. I
Right.
guess. 'Cause
And
that-
the fact you could have hit the crowd so easily in that move too. It's like
Right.
very, very.
and you saw that fall, the way he fall, like
Yeah.
that can adjust your whole thing.
Yeah.
You know.
The entire thing.
Absolutely. You're both.
Ugh. Yeah. Anyways,
Giggly tonight.
I like it.
Me too.
You should go personal shopping more
this
often.
this studio is really weird. It's just, I don't know.
Intimate.
That's what it is. I think it is. So anyway, RVD nails the Rolling Thunder. That looked great. RVD gets him in the corner. Seth Rollins counters into just a nasty ass looking curb stomp
An
for the
awesome
win.
monkey flip counter. Boom. Right
Yeah.
into the curb
Right
stomp.
into the stomp. Yep.
Ugh, gets the win. And then as he's walking,
nobody takes that curb stomp as gnarly as Van Dam does.
It looked like it broke his neck.
Absolutely.
dude, Ambrose takes it pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely,
true.
Definitely.
I'd be afraid to take. He's like, I'm gonna curb stomp. Be like, you know what? You could just chop me and you could pin me.
And that's all. Stay down for 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Whatever
I'm
you
out.
like. Whatever you like. I'm asleep.
So Seth, I'm asleep. So Seth Rollins hits the ramp, and there's all the red and yellow Hulk Hogan presents lined up, and there's like a life-size present. And so Seth Rollins takes a look like, could it be? No.
It's a Trojan horse
could it be?
present.
He
Yeah.
wouldn't.
He
What's
would.
funny, it
would
is
he?
a Trojan
What's in there? Is it Zeus? Is it 100?
God, it should have been.
Is it Mr. Nanny DVDs? No, no.
Was it Sherman Hemsley? The old co-star?
Is there some
One of
puppies?
those giant life-size bears that you can get online.
Oh.
Could be
Yeah.
the biggest Build-A-Bear of all time.
The teddy bears. Oh my gosh, have you seen them? They're amazing.
They're like life size?
They're bigger than life.
Are they big in Japan? That sounds like a Japanese thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Seth Rollins
Thinks it's a big bear.
But then he makmakes the fatal mistake of laughing it off and saying,
Turning his back.
how
Surely
silly
not.
of me.
Classic old school villain.
How silly
Loved
of me.
it. Walked away.
He would never be inside a gift.
Oh.
Unless he was.
How great was that for Ambrose, though? Like, as he's getting wrapped up in the present, he's like, all right, I'm just going to hang out here for a while.
I really,
a
really hope
really
he was
long
in there
time.
the entire time those gifts were on stage, just hanging out.
With just one eye hole. So you
just
could, like,
hanging out, like
is that him?
twitching and being weird.
He
and
could have
stuff.
been. Because, I mean, that
Very
was a
well.
good 45 minutes maybe into the show.
Right.
That would explain why he came out like Rocket Raccoon. He was like,
Exactly.
when he jumped out of that
But
thing.
that
It was great.
that feud is my favorite thing on WWE TV
without a
right
doubt.
now. Just like how crazy Dean Ambrose is and how much he can just commit to all this. Like,
Well, we saw this. I mean, he's been doing it for a while. I know he's had a couple tryouts, but, dude.
absolutely.
And to not get it at the last pay-per-view. I think that's,
yeah,
you know,
that
I was kind
really
of pissed that day.
exactly
but
same here. Same here.
It makes this feel even more
It
satisfying.
really added so much to the feud. Yeah.
And I love when he hit the mic, too. He goes, ain't no running away from a lumberjack match, and for $9.99, I'm going to get my money's worth on Sunday.
Even someone as wacky as Dean Ambrose is getting in on the shilling.
But you got to love it.
Yeah.
They're like, listen, for every time you can work it in your
He's
promo.
throwing in those little shoulder shimmies like Conor O'Brien over
I
on
think it's
NXT.
hilarious. Everyone's saying $9.99. I mean, even the fans are into the joke now with
Yeah.
countless signs in the audience.
We saw a
and-
bunch tonight.
Reddit is gonna have another field day with JBL's $9.99 sign.
Oh, I'm sure. I am sure.
The Demon Kane could do something like 666
The Demon
versus
King. Oh my God, he's accidentally holding it upside down. You
You
get
can buy the
that
network
for
for
666. Hang on, wait a minute.
Someone had their stream freeze and it froze on this look right here, which is amazing.
Oh, Dale.
Oh, Dale.
I don't know if I told you guys, but we got a sitcom in development.
Yeah. And it's called Oh, Dale. Where every week Dale Rutledge gets up to his usual shenanigans and Ty Matthews has to bail him out.
Just imagining the Mr. Belvedere theme. Rick's on the China.
Never said a meatball. Who cares? That's before Cathy's time.
Yep.
All right, moving on.
Yep.
Mr. Belvedere,
I
nothing?
just sit here and smile.
You killing me.
Steph
I hope someone gets a freeze moment.
Stephanie McMahon hits the ring. She introduces... Oh, do we have to talk about this segment? Oh, God.
If it made Clara Lynch trend on Twitter, we absolutely have to talk about it.
After last Monday on Raw, which set up everything amazing for them, she introduces Daniel Bryan's physical therapist, which I'm all for. Even fake physical therapists being on television, I'm okay with that.
Yes, that's my people.
Not when they're. So she calls. I didn't even take notes on this. She calls Megan out to the ring.
He was so mad.
I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
She says, "Megan, what do you have to confess?" And at that point, we all know it's coming.
Yep.
Crocodile tears. She says that she has a boyfriend, and
The boyfriend left her though because of what was happening.
Yeah, she's having an affair with Daniel Bryan, and
They look chummy in that photo.
yeah. Well, you're supposed to establish rapport with your patient as a physical therapist. So I mean,
So would you hook up with Daniel Bryan
no,
if you were his physical therapist?
I'd hook up with Megan Miller, but I wouldn't hook up with Daniel Bryan.
Is that her name?
Yeah, that's her name, Megan Miller. Not trending.
sounds like an alias.
Claire Lynch, though, trending, which is weird.
It does sound like an alias. I thought during this whole thing that they were going to say, like, I just said this to rile you up so you would slap her, and now you're going to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she'll say that at the pay-per-view or something.
Yeah,
I don't know,
absolutely.
but if that's the way they go with it, I'm fine. But if they're trying to really sell it as Daniel Bryan having an affair with a Brie clone, when she already has a clone, by the way, I don't think that this was very good writing.
A Brie clone that can only speak out of one side of her mouth, apparently.
Oh yeah,
She-
Cathy, you
yeah.
want to do your Megan impersonation?
I'll be Stephanie. So Megan, what do you have to confess tonight?
Well,
Oh, we're getting a tight shot
it
of
all started out really innocently.
What is
But
that?
then I was doing physical therapy on Daniel Bryan, and
You can tell us. It's okay. You're among friends.
Good stuff.
Kathy has earned 2 applause breaks so far.
I haven't seen a side mouth cry before. That was good.
It's
Side
amazing.
mouth cry.
It's inspired by who's the girl that does the impersonation of Drew Barrymore on SNL?
I don't know.
Yes,
It's
yes.
amazing though.
Her.
Pretty incredible.
Oh, yeah. So,
But once it got to the slap and you realized that she was getting arrested, you were like mildly better with it, right?
yeah, I guess it makes sense. Stephanie gets one up on Brie Bella, gets her arrested for slapping. Well, later on in the show, I guess. So Brie comes down, and it's funny. Brie and Megan look an awful lot alike.
Yes.
Who both look somewhat like the chick who claimed AJ Styles got her pregnant on Impact last year. which is just- Anyway, Claire Lynch was trending. We can't control that. We didn't want it to trend, but it did.
Yep.
So Brie comes down, says, "How can you do this? What are you talking about?" Slaps her in the face, and then Brie attacks Stephanie. Because Stephanie said something to the extent of, every night after PT, Megan Miller's the one yelling, "Yes."
Yes.
And Brie slapped the hell out of
No wonder Daniel
the
Bryan's
PT.
neck is taking longer to heal.
Whiplash.
So yeah,
Yeah.
she takes Stephanie down.
Yeah, took her down. Put her in the yes lock.
Yep.
That was cool.
Yeah, I liked that.
That was cool. That was a pay-per-view moment. I was surprised they pulled the trigger on that
we
one.
wanted that to be.
Yeah. Because it was a great moment. I think it would have...
I think, though, that kind of moment gets you excited for the pay-per-view as much as it does make you feel satisfied at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, yeah.
So I kind of like that they use it to sell it because she does have her own repertoire of moves, and she should finish that match with her own moves. She's not Daniel Bryan's wife in the ring. You know what I mean?
think she'll.
Although she
I
did
think she'll
have
finish
his
it with.
ring gear on, essentially.
Yeah. I think she'll finish the match with the yes lock.
With the yes lock?
Yeah.
Has anyone ever sold the yes lock better than Stephanie tonight with that?
Just like a cartoon character getting
Oh my
strangled with a neck.
gosh.
Yeah.
Tongue out.
I want someone
That's
to send.
a meme. That's gotta be
Right?
one
Yeah.
for the.
In fact, that to me it echoes Justin Roberts getting choked with a necktie by Daniel Bryan.
A little bit. But someone send that picture because it was hilarious.
Yeah,
Yes,
I did enjoy
absolutely.
that.
So that's when Stephanie says, you know what, let's not wait till SummerSlam. Tonight, we're having our match. And we were like, what?
Yeah.
You fell for it too. I
did.
I never thought they were having the match.
I did fall. I was like, are they really going to do this?
I thought so too.
Yeah, you're like, they're gonna bump it to now.
Well, look, my mind was in a tizzy, Dale. I was a little pissed off about that
Side mouth
that
hoe.
Jezebel physical therapist.
About PTs getting portrayed in a negative manner.
Are you a physical therapist? John?
Shut up, Dale. Moving on. Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter.
Jack Swagger with the reverse Barry Horowitz shirt?
Which is pretty cool.
Absolutely.
I love it. I might buy that one too.
The red, white, and blue one?
Yeah.
I liked it.
We should all
Better than the black and white. Wasn't it black and white last
Yeah.
time?
Yeah,
This
it
was
was
much
black and
better.
We established that it would be an invite if.
Yeah, you can't
Not,
wear
not
it.
so good. Not so good for girls to wear it.
No.
Although
I don't know how many girls are buying Jack Swagger t-shirts, though.
I don't know how many people are
His
buying Jack
haircut looked
Swagger
good.
t-shirts. His hair looked on point.
Yeah.
I would like to buy a shirt with just Zeb's face on it.
Absolutely. I want
Just
to
the
buy a
mustache.
shirt with the shot of Zeb's face from WrestleMania 29. Who's
Yeah, definitely.
mustache shaking.
So Jack Swagger taking on Antonio Cesaro. Damn, we cannot say enough about this
Such
match.
a good
My
match.
gosh. These
Super,
guys
super
work
solid.
so well together.
Yep.
This was pay-per-view quality.
Absolutely. This was the blow off that the real American splitting up really should have gotten.
Yeah, they didn't get much of any kind of blow off, really.
No,
I don't think.
Which is funny. When the Real Americans broke up, did we ever think that Swagger would be the one getting the best of the two?
Twice
Right?
in a row now.
Yep.
And Cesaro too, looking really ripped compared to. I mean, he's always had,
Yeah,
been
he looks more
muscly,
cut or
but he looks
something.
more cut, leaner,
Yeah.
or something.
I mean, you're right. This was a pay-per-view quality match. It was almost, I'm really sad Cesaro has nothing to do at the pay-per-view, but
Right.
this match was. They wouldn't have this match if he did have something
Exactly,
to do. So I guess
exactly.
I'm thankful in that way.
Yeah,
We got to believe that Cesaro, they're going to...
he's gonna
Something.
have something with that kind
and that
of
chemistry
match.
together.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack Swagger taking a page out of Cesaro's book, catching him out of midair, taking him down near the very beginning, and then at the end, I was legitimately popping for every single ankle lock fall.
Oh, yeah, Cesaro went for the double stomp, turned it into an ankle lock. And
Landed
then,
the double stomp, was
yeah.
basically surfing Jack Swagger, and then Jack Swagger turned it right
What
into
was
the
it
ankle.
around.
the point where it looked like he almost decapitated Swagger with the cut? Like he was.
Oh
flying.
yeah, that seated,
oh my
that seated
God.
Flying uppercut.
Flying uppercut, of course.
off the ropes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
Amazing. And then he goes off the top rope, and Swagger turns that into an ankle lock, and that gets him the win.
Definitely,
Well done. And
such
then
a good match.
just those two, man.
We the people.
Yeah.
And then, Swagger's mouth getting all.
He looked
all
like he was about
busted.
to lose a tooth. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
want him to talk because I thought
Don't
that,
worry,
like,
he wasn't going to talk.
Several reasons, really.
No, he
but,
did at the end. He started screaming right when it cut.
Oh, yeah.
But that moment of him and Zeb in the ring getting interrupted
with the
by
flag.
the Russian flag was an
good.
awesome moment.
Yeah.
For
That
a
was
flag
really good.
match? How
Exactly.
could you couldn't
Lena,
have a better
Olga,
build-up.
Helga, whatever you're going by now.
You that damn gremlin that follows you around. Just that ugly
Kremlin gremlin.
Zeb Coulter is just
Kremlin gremlin.
Yeah.
Zeb Coulter is just lovable grandpa mode at this
You
point.
know them Kremlin gremlins from that
Oh, he doesn't know.
them
He
damn
doesn't know better.
Doesn't know.
them, them communisms.
He's gonna get them deported.
Calling him peg legs, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean.
Whatever. From LA to Chernobyl, everyone's gonna be talking about the 50 stars and 13 bars. And then as they we the people, like you said, flag drops down, and then Lana and Rusev hit the ramp, and boom, we're good. Unless they do something on SmackDown. What is SmackDown? Is there a point of it this week? It just recaps, I guess.
It'll be a lot of recap, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of every week.
The question, will it set up
Hopefully,
anything for SummerSlam?
Maybe a stipulation added to something,
Yeah.
or they'll like tweak something usually that SmackDown right before just to give you a little. Thanks for watching.
Or something tells me Rusev's going to have a match on Friday.
I
And,
can see that.
Yeah, he needs to crush somebody else because I think he's gonna lose that match.
Rusev?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have to be pinned or anything. He could just not reach the reach the flag, so he can still be
Right. So he can be defeated, but
unpinned.
still be unpinned or unsubmitted.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's my guess.
Okay. Oh, by the way, we didn't see any Nikki Bella tonight either. Interesting.
Yeah, no baseball players tonight.
I like her baseball outfit.
It's all right.
Will we see her, though?
works
'Cause
for
she
her.
got pedigreed last week, so...
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. She'll be back to turn on her sister.
I believe that too.
Maybe. Moving on, Michael Cole in a room.
Somewhere.
What if on SmackDown they have Stephanie and she shows a picture and she's like, Brie, look at who Nikki's best friends with now.
Oh no, not Megan.
And there's a
And then
picture of her
you
and
see-
Megan.
At a theme. Venice Beach doing the cutout photo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Singing karaoke together.
As only best friends
They're
do.
just being
They do a photo booth.
The ultimate betrayal.
Yeah. No, that
Ride a tandem bike down Venice.
Jezebel. So Michael Cole's in a room. Bray and Jericho facing each other. When this first started, I was like, oh no. But it actually was all right.
It was awesome. I loved it. I loved that segment.
Yeah.
You get two of the best mic workers in the entire company and just have them talk at each other.
And they kind of brought it to each other's level too. I mean, Bray was he does a lot of that sort of quiet voice stuff, but he brought it up, and Jericho came down to him, and I don't know, it felt very even,
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah.
Bray was He's like, do you remember your dreams, Chris? It's just
So good.
I do.
It's so good.
Just everything sounds. It
Daddy.
looks so calculated, but it's like so. It just feels real. I don't know.
Yep.
Whatever he does, it's working.
It was like really, it's almost like you had to really listen because he's so quiet.
Exactly. That's the
Yeah.
point.
You know.
That's the whole reason Jake the
That's why
Snake
you
cut
have to
promos like that in
listen.
the 80s. Everyone else was
Oh.
screaming. Jake was practically whispering.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know Bray has watched many a Jake promo.
Commands more attention than screaming.
It does. And I'm glad Jericho stayed right there with him. You know, Bray's
Exactly.
all about,
This isn't shut the hell up, Jericho. This isn't,
And to
wacky Jericho.
to that point, I like that
Although he
he
did
actually
say-
said like, you don't know what Jericho you're gonna get. Like
Right.
I could be any of these things on Sunday, which is cool because he hasn't really. Every time he comes back, he's kind of defined a new character.
Exactly.
And this is the first time he hasn't really done that.
He's
so-
constantly reinventing himself, for sure.
Yeah. So I like that.
Yeah, he is. Bray says, I remember you in your dreams. You were a scared little boy, wanted to live up to his daddy. And this is actually cool, too. He goes, I never claimed to be a savior like you because I'm not. My only purpose in life is to help people who can't help themselves. I have no conscience. I'm a monster. I'm the eater of worlds. And Jericho basically says, look, I'm going to be the first man ever to leave you speechless and shut you up for good. And then Bray just smiles, and that's it. The question is, what happens when they cut to commercial? They're like, all right, man, I'll see you Sunday.
You want to grab a sandwich or
Yeah.
how you
We're not
feeling?
supposed to pay attention to anything after. Burp.
I know, but
The best comment was JBL saying, "What a great interview, Michael."
That was awesome. That was awesome.
That was good.
JBL
'Cause they just-
He's
legit,
great with the one-liners.
Kick Michael
So
out immediately.
sarcastic, amazing.
he legit makes me laugh at least once a show.
Easily.
He makes you lol.
Yeah.
Lol. Lol.
Whereas Lawler is there?
Lol.
Lawler.
In them bedazzled shirts, man.
Which might be available in WWE shop for 20% discount.
I don't think so.
No.
I think those are like
Ask your personal shoppers.
Seems like a.
affliction or whatever
Yeah,
that.
I feel like they're missing out on. Like they're not capitalizing on that.
Why not
Yeah.
make his shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are people who would.
There's
buy
a
it.
lot of tattoo artists that would love to buy those shirts.
A lot of MMA fighters.
Yeah.
I love a good bedazzling.
There's a lot of Octagon enthusiasts that would dig those shirts.
You guys, I wore Ed Hardy in high school once.
I'm sure.
What kind of shirt was it? Please tell us.
It was an Ed Hardy shirt.
She just told you.
No, I know, but was it
He just wants to hear about crop tops
It
again.
had a tiger on it, and there was like little diamond thingies. That
Were the,
weren't
were the
actually
diamonds the eyes?
No, it was on the tail.
Oh Lord.
I'm not proud of it.
Something else that's nothing to be proud of. Eva Marie gets a win.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
AJ Lee
The
taking on.
distraction of doom.
Now, granted, Eva Marie looks fantastic.
She does.
That is
Nobody's disputing
what she
that.
does.
That has never been in question.
That is her thing.
I think the match starts off. AJ Lee gets a headlock in for about 10 seconds. Paige hits the ring, prances around, a little bit of a distraction. Eva Marie with just an atrocious roll up gets the win.
AJ falling into that classic Raw trap. What?
Yeah.
What's over
Oh,
there?
no.
Eva Marie didn't even she got in the roll up and just
I think she fell asleep.
like a dead fish. Okay.
Yeah. I'm here now.
Oh, dead fish. Call back to the PT segment.
Yeah, well. Didn't even trust me. I was not trying to do that.
Sure, Johnny.
Trust me.
That makes it so much better.
Yeah, I know.
Accidental callback.
Megan Miller. All right. So yeah, Eva Marie gets the win. This is what confused me a little bit. So she rolls out of the ring, blows a kiss. Paige says a nice little poem. That was okay. That was cool.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So Sunday I'm gonna skip out with my Divas title.
More rhyming.
And then AJ goes out and destroys Eva Marie. It's like, what was she still doing there?
You know, just hanging out, man.
She lost the contact. Get off her back.
Is that what it was?
That's certainly what it looked like.
It
That's
really looked
really
like.
what it looked like.
Who knows what Eva Marie is doing at any point? You're going to
like,
question
I bet-
this one particular
She's
man?
like, I bet AJ's going to want to throw someone into the barricade after this poem is done. I'm going to go ahead and save the commentators the trouble. Hang out in here.
She was more like, my nails are really pretty.
Yeah.
I have
never
really good nail
noticed.
beds.
Yeah, I never
haven't
noticed.
how good my nail beds are.
Lord.
My elbows look really weird today.
I want a match.
What day is it?
I'm the best diva of all time.
Monday Night Raw, what day is it?
They love me over at NXT.
Oh.
I'm such a better diva than Lita Stratus. I'm the best ever. Wait, that's her name, right?
Yep.
Okay. God, I look good.
I would say you should watch that NXT match just for the crowd reaction. But
Oh, I did. Oh, I watched it several times.
I have not had a chance to see NXT from last week,
It's
but I
pretty
will.
incredible.
Watch it.
It's pretty
She gets
rough.
straight up X-Pac heat, man.
Yeah,
It's that bad.
Oh, yeah.
it is.
Worse than
not-
Batista chance.
And I hate criticizing. I really do. But
Right.
come on, man.
If you throw them to the wolves that are that are the Full Sail crowd,
We had
that's
a
what you're
really
gonna
great
get.
talk on our NXT after show of the debate of what the girls should be doing, whether they should be taking the Eva Marie route and, you know, continuing with Total Divas, or like JoJo, where she's actually taking the time
Right.
down at NXT to train
Right, of course.
consistently.
If you're her, you do whatever they hand you. I would suppose.
I know,
Yeah.
but I mean, I heard that JoJo asked to
yes.
train more as opposed to be on Total Divas. And I think that it's, you know, whether you can help build the brand as a whole and bring in new viewers through this new audience that you have on E and stay on the Total Divas show, and not necessarily progress as a wrestler, or you know, aren't as much in the limelight, and that takes away from you as, you know, opportunities that you could get because you won't be as famous per se, but you know, go and you learn how to wrestle.
What we're also doing is thinking that she's making a conscious choice here. I think that she probably just can't tie the two ends together. She doesn't come off that smart to
Right.
me. Like, there's something about her the way that she moves in the ring, just the way her body moves.
Yeah.
I don't think she's able to connect. She can't chain wrestle or anything. You know, like, she doesn't know where she's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I think she's trying. I really think
Yeah.
she's trying.
On the NXT show, Mark Donica, shout out to him, he had an amazing idea that I liked as well, where Eva Marie, her new gimmick is she just comes out and she's like this spoiled little girl who's like, well, I've been told that I'm amazing at everything. Like, why am I not?
Her entrance on NXT, she was literally put on a pedestal.
Yeah. So that's her thing.
was
Is
her
she's
NXT
like, well,
entrance.
I'm good at everything. Like, why am I losing? Like, I don't understand.
Right.
And just
I like
throws
that.
tantrums after she loses. Like, no, I'm the best. Like my parents told me. Like, or something like that.
My
and
Buck
then,
Cherry music says so.
I like that idea, but Eva Marie's got to be able to pull it off.
Right.
And I have no faith in her pulling off any kind of acting
Also
ability.
true. Also true.
I think
It's a great idea.
Yeah. She's right for Total Divas, and they're trying to make her work in other aspects. So
But that's the thing.
we'll
It's
see how
like
it goes.
She serves a purpose.
I understand she's on Total Divas, but it's like she's got to be in Orlando every other day of the week, right? Isn't she not working on it? I don't know.
IDK.
Yeah,
I mean, when you're filming a reality show, that literally takes
a lot of time.
probably 60 hours a week of your
I mean,
time.
yeah.
It's ridiculous. You do not understand how many things go into that.
Daniel Bryan, when I interviewed him, was saying how the camera is always on in the car, whether they said they were filming or they weren't filming. I mean, it's just like a constant from morning to night.
I know from Maria's reality show, we taped probably, I would say 8 straight days, 12-hour days of shooting for a 30-second shot of her birthday party. I kid you not. There's so much that goes into reality television that you do not understand, and so much gets cut because it's a reality
And one of them is
show.
not learning how to wrestle, apparently.
Oh,
But it's a job, is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
yeah, yeah.
So.
But I mean, but you could throw in any diva. I guess they threw in Eva Marie, though, because that's the ultimate embarrassment to lose to her, is what I guess it is, for the storyline. For Paige
Especially if you're AJ. If
That's
you're AJ,
true.
if you're the Divas champion, and if you're arguably the best Divas champion there's been, how humiliating is it to lose to the person that she rallied so hard against when that whole anti-Total Divas thing was happening?
And I think when you have a moment where you want her to just lose pretty quickly, you put Eva Marie in that spot because that's all she could really hold up to.
Right.
So they're
And
like,
we're not saying anything here that people haven't said already. I think even they recognize she is the worst wrestler on the roster. So
Right.
why not have the embarrassment of her losing right before SummerSlam? to
Exactly.
her?
They're using that to get her as much heat as she's getting.
yeah.
Yeah. She looks great, though.
She does. Once again.
And AJ with a pretty cool beatdown afterwards, throwing her into the barricade.
Right.
That looked
She
good.
really, yeah.
That
went
looked really
after her.
good.
But that's on Eva too.
Yeah.
I mean, she sold that part.
She did.
So
Absolutely. We'll give her credit. That was
Props.
that looked good.
She can get thrown into barricades.
Yeah. Not an easy thing to do. Doesn't always work out.
No?
No.
Got some bad news.
Aw.
I know.
Why gotta go there?
Well, it's because he got thrown into a barricade.
no, I know. I
That's
get
right.
it.
He'll be back though, and he'll be back with a vengeance.
Yeah,
we
I
can't
hope
wait.
so.
All right, so
I hope Bad News Kath returns along with it.
okay, that's been a while.
I know.
it's been so long I don't even remember it.
Right? That was the last time I was here. That's a
Oh.
long time ago.
Oh, I'll be damned.
I slapped it out of his memory.
Oh.
I have PTSD from Cathy's.
He doesn't even remember what he has anymore.
I got
Words.
letters.
Maybe you shouldn't slap him again. Slap him the other side so it knocks it back in place.
I don't know if this studio has the camera capabilities of us actually recording a
It
slap.
actually does. There's
You'll
a
be
camera
fine.
that
There's one
points
dead
straight.
straight right there. See?
Oh, Kath did some recon. We're fine.
She requested this area.
Fine.
John Cena, guys, hits the ring, and he says, Brock Lesnar's going to give me the beating of a lifetime, but he will not win. He doesn't deserve it.
He starts making fun of Paul Heyman, and I'm like, you can't
Don't.
You can't beat someone as good as Paul Heyman on the mic by mocking him.
But I see your point. But he was great here.
And
So-
he didn't even slip into Denzel voice. This was a whole new serious Cena.
That's true. That's true. He
It
says,
felt real.
Yeah.
I hear the cheers and the boos in a group of you always want to know when John Cena was going to turn. When is John Cena going to unleash hell? Well, this Sunday I fight a beast, so I must become one. And he said, Brock, if this is your house, is a stranger in your house, try to come down and kick me out. Maybe we caught him at dinner, or maybe he's got diverticulitis, gastritis, or punk bitchitis.
And that's when you know when it's getting real
Yeah.
on Raw.
No,
I feel like
bitchitis
he's-
is very real.
Yeah,
That's a
Teasing
very...
us.
It's severe.
it's very
Pulling on
bad.
heartstrings.
We need to raise awareness.
Gives you a heartburn and everything.
Guys.
Oh yeah, you know. You know.
Why do you think I have heartburn all the time? It's I have punk bitchitis
Yeah.
nonstop.
I didn't want to
Anyway.
say it on air, but
Self-diagnosed.
Self-diagnosed.
well, he is
You
a
need to get it checked out.
Self-diagnosed and assumed by many people.
Are you sure you're just not a hypochondriac?
Punk bitchitis.
He has all the symptoms.
yeah. That haircut.
Damn.
No,
Damn!
That's one of the symptoms. I'm just saying.
Those cargo pants.
No personal shopper. Punk bitchitis.
It's in the DSM, guys.
So, Cena, guys, what are your thoughts?
Like I said earlier, this promo was on point. It made
Yeah.
me feel like he might actually
Everyone's-
retain.
Yeah, nobody is arguing the mic skills of either Heyman or Cena. I mean, they're talking a lot of people into buying this pay-per-view, into buying the network, into buying tickets.
Yeah,
They're doing their jobs, guys.
I think so. It's funny because Cena a couple weeks ago, that promo was amazing where he's, I'm going to walk out with this son of a bitch and that whole thing with Heyman.
Absolutely, that was a great one.
But this was cool too, and he actually called it out. He's like, when is John Cena going to turn? I mean,
He's like, I'm not laying down for Brock.
Yeah.
It's just not happening.
this match is going to be rough.
As good as that video package was last week, though, someone had pointed out online that the irony of John Cena calling out Brock Lesnar for being a part-timer while being away to film a movie.
It's like the one time in
The
his
one time,
career
it's
that
true.
he couldn't say
Yeah.
that, but
The timing was pretty amusing.
that's all right.
Nonetheless, that package was absolutely incredible. I mean, we don't need to talk about the blood, urine, and vomit line. That
Oh,
was
boy.
enough.
We don't need to talk about it, but let me tell you about it right
Go
now.
right ahead.
So much money.
But yeah, I mean, it's funny. We look at the main event last year. It was Cena, Daniel Bryan. Totally lived up
I
to
thought your note said bidet. Birthday.
Yeah.
Happy
B-Day.
Bidet.
I'm buying a bidet later.
Happy bidet, Hulk.
That's more a note to me but
Surprise!
I love it. It tickles.
Man, I feel clean.
My personal shopper did his due diligence. Have we gotten enough mileage out of that yet?
I got you a bidet, sir.
Well, happy bidet to me.
Oh, bidet.
Bam!
Bidet, mate.
All right. Just take it.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
All
Bring
right.
it.
So Brie got arrested.
Yep. So
She's yes locked up.
Hey.
It's
It's still all right the second time, isn't it?
No, it's like the recaps on Raw.
yeah.
Exactly.
Why are we hearing this again?
20 minutes
We
ago
just saw this.
on Raw.
Let me recap what just
Previously.
happened at the top of our after show. I made a
Previously
really
on
funny joke.
AFTERBUZZ. If you just tuned in.
Cathy's got a personal shopper. Johnny asked about her crop top, and Cena is angry.
All right.
Back to this
What
hour.
was next?
Brie
Well,
got arrested.
Okay,
then we
my
have
question
Ziggler.
to you guys is:
Oh.
so the main event of SummerSlam last year was Cena, Daniel Bryan. Obviously, that was amazing. Daniel
Right.
Bryan gets the win, and then we
So
have,
weird. It feels like so much longer ago that that all happened.
and we have the pedigree.
Oh,
Right, Orton. So this year's main event, Brock Lesnar, John Cena. Are they comparable? What do you think?
I think this is a much bigger deal. I think Brock coming off of beating the streak makes it on a completely new level.
Yes. I feel like he has everything to lose if he doesn't win this match.
This is a whole new version of Brock, a version of Brock
But don't
that
forget
basically
about-
did the unthinkable.
Don't forget about the Yes movement, man. That was going strong last year at SummerSlam.
It was. It absolutely was.
It was.
But the streak is untouchable.
I
and
never thought
Brock's
he
the one
wasn't going to
broke
win
it.
that, though.
Right.
Daniel Bryan, I definitely thought he was going to win. I didn't know the swerve was coming, with
Right.
Triple H, but
This one's much more unpredictable.
Yeah.
Much less predictable, I suppose.
You mean Cena Lesnar?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Especially considering how brutal their match at Extreme Rules 2012 was.
Oh, he was bleeding right away.
Absolutely.
oh, yeah.
I
That
think-
looked rough.
I think we've got more roughness to look forward to.
Dude, when
And
Lesnar
that's the
comes out
thing.
with those gloves on, it's just like, oh.
And that's the thing about Brock is if you look at that video package from last week, I believe every word Brock says.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much wrestler delivery in it, and that makes it so much scarier.
Yeah.
Because you really believe like he's just gonna go crazy.
No,
He
he's
just doesn't really care.
He's the bully that you know you're giving your lunch money to every day.
Exactly. He's that bully that's like kind of goofy looking, but nobody's gonna say that to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can make all the weird pterodactyl sounds he wants, but like nobody's gonna say that to his face.
I mean, I'm scared of a pterodactyl regardless.
Brock, I love you.
Yeah, the last one I saw was scary.
Oh, man. You had to kill it.
With her bare hands.
Just slapped it right out of his existence.
Don't slap Johnny out of existence. That
So
would be no
weird.
good.
So Brie hits the ring. Steph comes out and says, you know what? Megan Miller is pressing charges. They place Brie in handcuffs. She starts to cry. And Steph says, if you can make it this Sunday, if you post bail, then we'll have our match.
We should have known that she would get revenge, though. I mean,
Yeah.
there's never been
Yeah.
anything that's been done to Stephanie that she didn't get revenge for.
What's-
That's also
So
true.
What's
we
funny
should have been
is-
expecting
That's
this.
also true.
Daniel Bryan's so frugal, you know he would think twice about bailing her out. Like, oh, it's a lot of money. Oh, babe. Ooh.
Well, if she's pissed off at him and thinks that he's cheating on her, he's not going to be her one phone call.
Ooh.
Interesting.
She's going to call Nikki to bail her out.
And then she's going to turn
Here's
heel.
my question. Okay, so this whole thing happens. Steph claims this chick's having an affair with Daniel Bryan. It has to continue past SummerSlam now, right? If they're going to really go with this whole marital...
They're not going to go with it. There's no way.
I mean,
I
Daniel
think
Bryan will
Dale,
deny
I
it.
think you're right. I think
Deny.
the
Deny.
reveal is going to come out at SummerSlam on Sunday that Stephanie orchestrated the whole thing.
I hope so.
And everything will be fine.
We don't want to see that.
Yeah.
no, and he's not going to. We don't know when he's coming back. So
We've
And
already
you're not
got-
going to see that on Total Divas because it's fake.
We've already
So
got
we
enough
can't
marital
continue it.
problems on NXT with Tyson and Natty. We don't need another one.
Yeah.
I believe those marital problems, though. They're so weird together. Anyways, other show.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, so that happened. So we'll see this Sunday if she's going to post bail.
I bet she might make it.
I don't know.
I
Portland
bet she might.
Portland jails, they jack up those bail rates here.
At least she's close to home.
Callie.
Well, I was going to say where
Washington.
Oh.
Yeah, Seattle.
Oh.
Yeah. Or, they're not in Seattle.
San Diego, I thought.
No, they're
No,
in
they live
whatchamacallit,
in
wherever
Washington
Daniel
now.
Bryan's from, that
Oh.
city. That's where the house
Aberdeen?
is.
In that house. You're
Aberdeen.
the one that watches Total Divas
Oh,
religiously.
yeah.
You should know this.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Come
knew.
on,
Dale.
slacking.
So anyway, Miz is at the announcer's table.
Miz
Dolph
looking
Ziggler.
for all the world like Risky Business era Tom Cruise with
Really
those
does.
Ray-Bans on. Absolutely.
He crushed it on the mic during this whole match.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler versus Heath Slater. Really solid. Slater looking strong.
Definitely.
Slayton.
Slater's gonna slate.
Slater Gator.
Slater Gator, baby.
Yeah. Who talks with that tag team?
Who talks? Oh, Heath Slater. I mean, like, they're both awesome, but Heath Slater's the
How are you not
talker.
going to have Titus talking?
He barks.
That's all he
Alligators
needs.
don't bark.
Not quite like that.
It just sounds weird.
Alligators don't bark though. That makes no sense.
That's also true.
Yeah, well.
That's his new...
But yeah, this match was great. I mean, all the way through. Miz, of course, jumps.
That Booker-esque sidekick from Heath Slater was absolute money.
Yeah. I mean, both these guys, fantastic. Miz jumps up on the apron. Dolph attacks, slams him into the barricade.
Dolph attack. I love that.
Dolph attack!
Dolph attack. Rah.
And then Slater wins via countout.
Yep.
Another big W.
Yep.
I like this weird
And that crowd
streak he's on.
was super into Heath Slater too.
They popped when he won the match, and
Oh, he's
several other moments.
That's what I'm saying. All the people that are on WWE's YouTube in some capacity, and him being Cousin Clem on the JBL and Cole show, I feel like that just gives you that extra push.
Yep.
Yeah, they wouldn't give exposure to someone if they didn't think they deserved it.
I mean, that's why
He's earned
Zack
it.
Ryder had, so many fans behind him, even when he wasn't on TV.
Yeah.
And I believe Dolph, like, even though we know he's an incredible worker, one of the reasons why he's still so over is because he had his web show.
Yeah. He was on JBL and Cole this week as well.
So.
And I think people recognize that Slater has put up with a lot. And he's really earned a little bit of success.
I think a lot of people were really brokenhearted, kind of crestfallen when 3MB was no more.
Yeah.
Pretty bummed.
But, I mean...
But they like him. They're going to figure something out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll mean that he'll continue a winning streak or get another championship, but he's going to continue to get screen time.
Weirder things have happened.
Yeah, very, very true. But yeah, so Dolph gets back in the ring. Him and Slater go for the handshake. Slater tries to kick him in the
Slater
tummy.
shows his true colors.
Counter zigzag, baby.
Boom,
Boom.
zigzag, baby.
I like that he used the momentum of like he caught the leg and spun him to do the zigzag. I thought that was like a nice flow.
It was a really, really pretty spot, yeah.
Yeah. So kudos to both of them. So this Sunday, Miz, Ziggler, IC title. Another great match.
I can see this going either way. I feel like
For sure, yeah.
Miz could keep it. He's only had it a month or something. Maybe?
Yeah, something like that, yeah, since that Battle Royal.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like this feud. I hope we see more of it.
This should go all the way to Survivor Series at least.
What is that? 2 more pay-per-views?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, it is that close. Wow.
This is a hell of a card on Sunday. It really
Oh
is.
my gosh.
Moving on, Randy Orton versus Sheamus. Physical.
Definitely.
In capital letters. Sheamus' entire right arm was yellow bruised.
Actually, it was green,
Green.
fittingly.
Because he's Irish.
He's Irish. I don't know if you know.
I see.
He's from Ireland.
They like green.
Green is commonly associated with Ireland.
Not even going to try
know
to
if
do
you-
an Irish accent.
I don't know if you get it.
Not even going. Not even going to do anything stereotypical. Just, I got it. Not going to say anything.
I always feel bad for Sheamus
I
because
wish
of the
you
bruises.
wouldn't make jokes like that.
Irish. Wow. Maybe you should recap your other joke again.
Do you remember the yes
The worst
locked
part of that
up?
was I didn't even catch it at first.
Johnny wrote that
Damn
one
it.
for me.
So she was yes locked up.
Personal joke writer.
I'm getting verbally slapped. Do I have to get
I
physically
just
slapped?
slapped.
Yeah, see?
I
It just happened,
slapped
everyone.
Dale.
Ow.
Okay.
I
You get a
love.
high five to the face.
Yeah, see? High
A
fives all
lot of
around.
good spots in this
I think
match.
Cathy's sense of humor might be broken.
Sit down,
Can I drop this mic? Can I leave?
I actually can leave, so I might.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Anyway, hard-hitting match.
Hard-hitting.
As
Serious.
is always the case when Irish.
Yeah, DDT off the second rope. Sheamus eventually gets to the top rope. Just an RKO of...
And such a gorgeous, gorgeous RKO. It's that whole sequence, the skin the cat right up top, straight into it.
Jesus.
I loved it. I also loved earlier when Orton like mess up the table just a little, and you think he's gonna go and like flip it and mess it all up, and he just like fixes the corner. I'm like, what?
He's the polite viper tonight.
Yeah. So sorry, announcers. I know you're just doing your job.
I'm not a monster.
Keeping his fangs in tonight.
Not gonna mess up a table just for the sake of messing it up.
No siree, Bob.
Not unless I'm giving someone 2 RKOs to put them through it.
Exactly. Needs to be a purpose.
So yeah, Sheamus, man, taking that RKO. Randy Orton with the big victory, taking on Roman Reigns this Sunday. There's no stipulation of that match, is there?
Nope.
Not yet.
Straight up.
SmackDown hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, SmackDown's gonna have to have something. Maybe Slater Gator, something fun.
Maybe. And once again, I completely forgot that Sheamus is the U.S. champion. Much like when Dean Ambrose was the U.S. champion.
Did he even come out with the title tonight?
Yeah, he came out with the title.
Okay.
But it is odd. But I mean, you know, maybe him and Cesaro will have something big next.
I think
next
they're
month.
unifying it soon anyway. So
They've got to give that some. If they are unifying these titles finally, you know, although symbolically because they've been together, but after this pay-per-view, they got to give it some distance. They can't unify the other one right after that.
Right, right.
Kind of weird.
yeah.
Very true.
But they're not using it very well. I don't understand make it a cruiserweight or make it like give it some variation besides IC Junior. I don't really get it.
Well, we won't get it at SummerSlam, that's for sure.
Well, that's fine. Night of Champions is right after that, so maybe they'll do it at that. That would make sense.
Is that still a thing?
That's still a thing.
Yeah.
That would make sense, actually. Yeah. All right, so final segment of the show. Happy Bidet, Hulk Hogan.
61.
Mean Gene and Jimmy Hart in the ring. They bring out the Immortal One himself. Every superstar's on the ramp. They show an incredible video package, Forever Young.
Oh, it's really nice.
It was. And you could see Hulk maybe tearing up behind his sunglasses saying he's speechless.
Them Oakleys.
He's got a thing.
Brother.
Loves them Oakleys.
Loves them Oakleys. And those,
like-
what, Nikes? Does he always wear Nikes? Is that what
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he owns a lot of Jordans.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oakleys, man.
That's
Old
cool.
school.
So Mean Gene says you can't stay speechless for long because these people want to hear you.
This is your line.
Pretty much. Gave a classic Hogan promo involving a whole lot of 9.99s.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny.
He made it work. I thought it could have gone. Sometimes he can go a little too commercial. But,
Yeah.
But this one was okay.
Right.
It was still in that jokey mode about the $9.99, so they're getting away with it somehow.
Yeah. And he ends it with he loves everybody, and that's when we have all the guests coming out. We
Big
have
old
Ric
parade.
Flair.
We got Sam
We have
Elliott.
Mr. Wonderful, a.k.a. Sam Elliott, who took a little bit too much time to get to the ring.
He got a lot of kisses.
He needed to get his kisses in, all right?
Yeah.
How much
he
you wanna
needed to go
bet?
back and get Eva Marie.
How much you want to bet Eva Marie had no idea who he was?
No
Oh,
clue.
surely not.
No clue.
Yeah.
She barely recognized Hulk. I know that's not
He
good.
got one from Natty.
I think that's
got
just
one from
making
Rosa.
fun of her. I think that she knows who those people
Yeah,
are.
obviously we're making fun of her.
Clearly.
Piper comes out.
That's
Who's that
just
guy
not
with the
fair.
skirt? Yeah, so
Piper
Flair.
with them crazy eyes.
Oh God, he's the best. When the hot rod comes out, you don't even realize he's almost 60 himself.
Right.
Just pure intimidation. So we have Wonderful, Flair, Hot Rod, and then NWO's music hits. Hall and Nash, sporting the white and black. Hey yo, loved it.
Yep.
And then where do we go from there, Ty?
From there,
Wait.
my favorite music of all time hits. What are we waiting for?
I was gonna say the fan of the audience who is just
Oh,
Oh yeah, for Ric
the
Flair, they
happiest
hasn't
fan
it?
Was
in
that
the
for Ric
world.
Flair? Was
I
that-
think it was for Ric Flair. He
that
was just bouncing.
was
Yeah.
so
Wasn't even jumping, he was
pumped
bouncing.
for the Nature Boy.
And you can't forget
Yeah.
that Scott Hall said, a lot of people like you in the red and yellow, but I think a lot more people like you in the white and black. Rips off the red and yellow, NWO, too sweet.
Boom.
That's pretty great.
Wolves kissing.
That's right.
Bam. But then, amidst all the festivities, amidst all the bidet celebrations,
Wet butts for everybody.
Brock, Lesnar, Brock,
Dinner's over.
Jimmy John's.
That'd be great if they just went to Jimmy John's and they finished their sandwich at like 9:30. They're like, whoa, we got some time to kill.
They just opened a Jimmy John's, by the way, in like Hollywood.
No.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
What?
after they got all their free Jimmy John's, they were like, I bet Hulk Hogan's having a birthday celebration right about now. Do you want to go crash it?
Let's go ruin it.
Let's go ruin it, guys.
Oh my God.
I hear he has bidets, and we just ate all this food.
Oh, God.
I just want a turkey tom with no tomatoes and sprouts.
Turkey tom, no
No
tomatoes,
sprouts.
no
What is
sprouts.
that?
No sprouts.
This is her
It's
Jimmy
number
John's
4,
order.
yeah.
Is that a thing?
Number
guys?
6 is my
Number 4, yeah. But keep the middle of the bread in because I don't like them to take it.
I like double meat.
I mean, what are you, a monster? Of course.
I like my carbs.
Sounds good.
Jimmy John's.
I've not been to a Jimmy John's in like 13 years.
Double
so
J's.
well, let's go to Hollywood.
I gotta go.
Freaky fast.
Okay.
They're already here.
Come on in, guys.
A run-in from Jimmy John's. My God!
Everybody gets a sandwich.
I get knocked out with a sandwich. Kathy just starts eating it off my carcass.
They just start tossing, what is it, turkey toms?
Yeah.
The way that like Mark Eaton used to throw beers.
So, any hoozles, Brock Lesnar hits the ring, and he basically says,
Just a bunch of staring going on.
"Party's over, Grandpa."
He gives
Oh, yeah.
Flair the like. Was it Flair or
He gave Piper a
Piper?
little,
Oh,
little
yeah.
check,
rough shoulder?
like a
check.
total high school bully type.
You know, in that moment, Piper kind of forgot that it was wrestling.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he really wanted to knock him out.
I legitimately, at one point, when Brock was standing directly in front of Piper, I thought it was sleeper time.
Oh yeah, when he was facing
Yeah.
away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we almost.
But like the All Stars kind of sleeper, like you ever
Yeah.
played All Stars where Piper like not only gives them a sleeper, but he snaps their neck too.
But then we forget that Lesnar's a legit shooter, so that wouldn't work out very well.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Nobody in that ring should. touch
Lesnar looking a
Lesnar.
hell of a lot older than he really is. Like sometimes I think everyone forgets how young Brock is.
I don't even know
still.
how old he is.
Brock's what? I think 34.
Early 30s. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking about what? 50, 55.
You're telling me he was like at the top
When
of the
he-
WWE
when-
card at like 22?
When he won
He was
the
the
title,
youngest
he was
champion.
24.
He was the youngest champion before, and then they gave the title to Orton so that they could not have that be his
But-
thing
yeah.
anymore.
When he was
Maybe
gone,
he was 26.
No, but then he has to be able because he left after WrestleMania 20. That was 10 years ago. There's no way he's 34 years old.
Let's
If
look
only there was a way we could find out
No, he's-
information.
Consult
than-
Wikipedia.
He's gotta be older than 34.
Yeah, he is.
I'm saying 36.
Either
you
way.
might
I
be
looked it up recently. I think he's like 38.
Either way. Good God.
He is. Wait for it.
Here it comes.
Wait for it.
He's gonna be-
37.
Okay.
Ah.
Either way,
All right.
you're right. He's not. That's ridiculous.
It's
Still-
those eyebrows
That's what it is.
or lack of.
That's what it is.
I don't know. There's something about that makes him look creepy old.
Yeah. Well, him and Hogan have a pretty intense stare down, and Party's over Grandpa. That is a heel thing to say to
Fighting
Hulk
words.
Hogan.
Them's fighting words.
Damn.
Hulk looked pissed too. He
Right?
He stared him down.
They may
real
not have even
good.
told Hulk it was happening.
Probably not.
All right. And then what is it? Cena hits the ring at this point.
Yep. Shirt off.
Shirt off, hat off, wristbands
Half
off,
hour later, he's
armbands
ready.
off.
Yeah.
All right, ready. Let's go. Let's do this, Jack.
I don't get it. Why would you take the wristbands off?
You know.
You might need those.
He's mad enough to not care about sweating.
All right.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Serious business.
So that's pretty much how it ends. Lesnar, Heyman retreat. Cena's in the ring, and maybe the party continued. We don't know. I imagine something fun happened after the Raw.
Everyone had a bunch of beers. They all karaoke.
Celebrated with a cake.
Yeah.
Ric Flair said some inappropriate things to Renee Young.
You were always
Everything's
home
fine.
eating a ribeye. So aside from Megan Miller,
Ugh.
I think we could say it was a very solid go-home Raw.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
liked it.
Yeah.
Great matches.
Definitely. I'm rewatching Cesaro and Swagger as soon as I
Oh,
get home for sure.
yeah.
Dude.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
last week was a little on the weaker side. I felt like there was a lot of
Yes.
recapping, a lot of things that didn't matter as much. But this week felt really strong and got me really excited for SummerSlam.
Well put together.
Absolutely.
Like Cathy Kelley.
Aw,
I'm not even going to
I have
mention
really
she's a
good nail
personal
beds.
shopper.
those nail beds. You gotta do something about them weird elbows, though. Fix it.
Get a personal elbow person.
We took a picture before the show to explain what was going
Are we
on.
giving context to this?
Yeah, and they all looked great. And there was one that we picked, and Cathy was like, "But my elbows look weird." We're like, "What? Who's looking at your elbows?"
It's really pointy.
That old
guys.
chestnut.
Anyways, Cathy Kelley, put yourself over.
You can find me slapping Johnny right now.
Hey-o.
Oh, www.rightnow.com.
We were getting along so well the last 20 minutes. What the hell?
Should we wait until next week when we're in the big studio again?
I feel like.
Yeah, there's no elbow room. Oh, sorry, Cathy.
Oh, sore subject.
I'm gonna be slapping everyone next week, so
Make sure you spend your
Jared, are you coming back?
$9.99.
And I won't be here.
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelly. You can find me on Instagram at Cathy Kelly.
Boom. Ty Matthews.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at xjericmatthewsx.
XOXO.
Soon to be something reflective of my recent name change.
Yes.
Or you can come down to the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood Wrestle Center, where I train prospective wrestlers along with Cedric the Hitman, the Stepfather, and on occasion our special guest trainer Nigel McGuinness.
Can you train me to slap better and harder for?
I don't know if
like the next week.
I don't know if I can make you better than you already are. I mean, I've seen you slap the hell out of
To close
JLo.
out, not to beat a dead horse, but Eva Marie is shown clapping for Lesnar as he came out at the end, which means she really has no idea
She's got the hots for him.
what is going on.
But yes, you can find me down at the Wrestle Center, 4808 Kester Avenue in Sherman Oaks. Email training@hollywoodwrestling.com for information.
Boom. Dale Rutledge.
Hey, you can find me and Johnny on the Wrestling Compadres on Nerdist.com tomorrow, or Wednesday, sorry. Our guests are Cesaro and Goldberg.
And that even could change because we may even get Mick Foley. It's a great show. At Wrestling Buds. Follow
That's a
us
big
and
deal.
subscribe. Anything else, Dale?
Oh, yeah, The Walking Dale, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
That's all I got. If you're going to SummerSlam, please let us know because
We'll be there.
yeah, we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. Radio Row. I'm doing the Special Olympics on Friday. You're doing something. Kathy, you're doing something.
The Total Divas Luncheon.
Right.
Nice.
And Dale, you're doing something.
Yep.
What is it?
Going
That's
to
where he was
SummerSlam.
Okay. Well, then we're going to SummerSlam.
Hey.
We're doing that. So other than that, guys, thank you very much. Please just enjoy the show, and then we'll see you next week. Boom.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.